Greetings and welcome to Flesh Wound Horror Live. I'm Flesh Wound Dan, joined by producer Todd.
Good evening.
And Mike Kruger.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
So today we've got an all extreme horror show. I guess one's debatable, but basically all extreme horror show.
Which one's debatable?
I'll tell you when we get to it.
All right.
Yeah, but nonetheless,
but before we get that, we do have some extreme news. I don't know if you saw the word going around yesterday. A different kind of extreme. The Devils got screened in its uncut form at Cannes Film Festival for the first time ever, fully intact. All the stuff Warner Brothers cut out of every version. And we just got word, officially, it will be coming to physical media. BFI already announced they're handling the UK release.
I've actually never seen it.
Well, I know the cut version is on or was on Shudder for a bit.
I've never got around to it.
There's versions out there that are more uncut, but this is going to be the first time we're going to get it fully uncut, 4K, everything.
That's exciting.
So sometime, I'm guessing next year, but either way, yeah, I think they're going to do some more screenings of it first too. So.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I thought it was perfect timing for our extreme show. Yeah.
And just in general, we should have that fucking Serbian film doc coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
No, it's this year at some point. And Byro did say that when it comes out, the extended cut of Serbian film will be coming out with it. So
finally, yes, that'll be.
Yeah, I'm pretty psyched for that. I'm more psyched for the documentary than anything. I think the documentary may. I don't know if it's going to turn people around on the movie, but at least maybe it'll make people lighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, like, dude, like, fucking, if you watch like the special features on the Unearthed Blu-ray that they put out a couple of years back, like during the baby scene, everybody's fucking laughing and like having fun. Like, I think the doc hopefully will make people, I don't know, give the movie less shit.
I've noticed a lot of times the most, twisted stuff that you're shooting on a movie tends to be, there's a lot of laughing, a lot of giggling. It's not as dark as you guys might think, at least in my experience. So no, nobody was actually tortured on a Serbian film that we know of. And Ghost mentioned something about my mic. Do I sound okay? Maybe I'm getting to the point where I need a new mic.
I told you it was being weird earlier. Yeah. Okay. So it wasn't just me.
Sounds okay though.
I don't. Your levels go up and down, but
maybe we'll look into a new mic. But as long as I am heard,
pull it closer to you.
Yeah, I think that may be it.
How do I sound?
You sound fine now.
Okay. Well, like I said, if it's a little bit off, I will remedy that as soon as I can get another mic. I'm probably about due. I've had this mic a while. But I noticed people have more trouble with the expensive mics. So I've been like, this is held strong. So maybe it's at the end of its life. I don't know.
I could send you my old one, Dad, if you don't want to buy a new one.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, I'll take it, Todd. I will take it. But anyways, I'll try and talk up if it's the Yeti mic. People have trouble with that.
I've been good on mine.
All right, well, I'll take whatever you got. We can try it.
Well, you're not. No, I don't have a Yeti for you. I got the same mic you got.
Oh, okay. Well, that works.
If I can find it. I don't know exactly what it is, but I don't know if it's not close enough to you or what.
No.
See, now it's loud.
I'm heard. As long as I'm heard. But I meant to check, Todd. Do we have any other news?
Nope, that was the only thing.
Okay. All right, my bad. But yes, so all extreme horror, very excited. Of course, I'm glad we have you here for the Extreme Horror Show, Kruger, because there's a few of these I don't think we've ever even talked about off air.
No, and there's also a big one that I've been waiting to talk about for fucking years now. So very excited. Also, just disclaimer out there, I'm currently doing a playthrough of Doom: The Dark Ages on our gaming channel, so I'll probably be streaming the rest of the game tonight. I'm about halfway through right now. I think I'm gonna
Oh, sweet.
half tonight. So after we get off, subscribe to Flesh Wound Gaming. Link is in the description, and I'll be live on there.
Nice.
I feel like we still need to get a proper Doom movie, just really closer to the game.
I agree.
Watch Zach Kreger do it. If
Resident
Evil,
yeah, that'd be dude. That Resident Evil movie looks fucking bitching. I'm excited.
Hey, it's the type of franchise where there's the ups and downs. I mean, that TV series was terrible, so even though I'm not the biggest weapons guy, give him a shot at it. I'm down.
I fucking love weapons. I love Barbarian. I have full faith in that motherfucker. Him like Oz Perkins have been batting fucking, perfect for me. So
yeah. So I'm pretty open and excited to see his interpretation. I know there's a lot of people bitching that it's not close to the game or what.
People are bitching because but you can't even tell. Like, they're bitching because we're not following like Jill or Chris or fucking Leon, but like,
so like 80% of the movie's already made.
Yeah, I'm fine with us just being a character in that universe and seeing a bunch of fucking monsters and creatures from that universe while he's running away from them. I'm into that.
Yeah, JG just said, how is it not close to the game other than not using the characters? That's it.
Yeah, no, I
complain.
Well, and the other thing is, like, we have all these characters in the movies, so
one thing
you got them. It's just a new character.
One thing we kind of skipped over, the Evil Dead Burn trailer.
I didn't watch it yet.
I watched it.
Is there any music in it that's dicey that we can't play it? Or
I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not smart.
Yeah,
but no, trailer looks good. I'm excited. Looks tonally like the last movie. So yeah, I'm fine. I'm excited that we're getting these quicker now. But also, I don't know. I kind of wish we were following a story rather than not just having these one-off movies. So hopefully this is maybe to bridge a gap between this and the last movie, so that the next chapter we actually get some returning characters, maybe doing like a team up or something.
I just turned off your auto adjustment, Dan. We'll see if that helps.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I can do that from my end. So.
Oh, sweet. I did not know that. I'm not going to play with the mic because then.
No, that's why I'm just doing like that. Because that's why I thought his level dipped. I thought. Well, anyway, let's not get into that. I'll mess with the settings if I keep hearing it. Because the only thing I've left on is the echo cancellation. So I'm just going to get. Oh no! Because now you can hear us. Go ahead and talk, Dan.
Hello.
Oh God, that didn't work.
Todd, why are you fucking with shit?
I wouldn't fuck with shit right now. You can hear me. That's the important thing. But yeah. Also, Deep Water. We got a review for that dropping soon. So yeah, this was one of those weeks where there wasn't a lot out in theaters for the first time in a while. I feel like, at least horror wise.
Well, you guys already saw Hokum too, so
yeah,
kind of fucked up.
Yeah, that's true. That is.
I still need to go see
it. Definitely worth checking out. Definitely, yeah, get on that.
Yeah, definitely go see Hokum and go and watch our review from a couple weeks ago. So, all right. Anything else before we get into it?
Nope.
All right. Well, we will kick things off with our first review of the evening from 2000 and writer-director Nick Palumbo of Murder Set Pieces fame, Nutbag. And in this film, a lonely and disturbed man stalks the streets of Las Vegas, preying on unsuspecting women. Beneath his quiet, unassuming exterior lies a depraved killer who murders without reason or remorse. Each encounter is more brutal than the last as his violence escalates and his obsession grows. All right, so Nutbag. This is also now out. Well, wait, yeah, no, that's okay. On Blu-ray from Massacre Video. You can get it on Amazon.com.
Walmart. No Walmart, Dan.
You might be able to get it on Walmart. You know what? I would not be shocked if it's there because there are some weird things you can order on Walmart.com.
You could order a Serbian film on Walmart.com.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, it's possible. It's possible, but yeah. So Nutbag. This predates Murder Set Pieces, and you can kind of tell like that this is his first film as far as budget, and some of the actual gore is a little more muted than Murder Set Pieces is, but it's this movie is, if you're a terrible person, it's fucking hilarious, and we're terrible people here at Flesh Wound. So this was a laugh riot for us guys, I think.
Well, I mean, don't speak for everybody, motherfucker.
The dialogue in here. Oh my god, I love this.
This was like Death Squad service style shit. And I know you guys love that.
Yes.
Me, not so fucking much. This was like, I don't know, 80 minutes of fucking just a dipshit's ramblings, and all the kills have fucking no practical effects, basically behind them. No creativity.
Well, there's no CG or anything.
Yeah, but like, dude, like, fucking, I don't give a shit if there's no CG. There's fucking barely any blood. And like, there's no fucking effects behind the kills. The soundtrack sounds like some random public domain bullshit. Like, I don't know, man. This wasn't my fucking bag at all. I know you guys like, just the sleaze, titties, and murder and stuff like that. And normally I'd be in that boat, but this was not it.
Well, I'll admit, like, this is not.
Well, I didn't even really like Murder Set Pieces.
No, I know that. I was hoping this would be the one that would turn you, because I absolutely love the dialogue. Even more in this one. Dan, I'm sure you wrote some lines down.
Oh yeah, a lot that I can't say on YouTube. But,
what about some you can?
This is one of those movies where there really isn't much of a story. It's about a week in the life of a serial killer that really does not like women very much in Las Vegas. And Kruger, you're younger, so I don't think you really remember 90s Vegas.
Oh, I love that part of it too. Yeah.
Like peak Vegas. And it's just this guy's inner monologue, which I think Todd could sue this movie based on the inner monologue. They just, like, Nick Palumbo just like beamed into Todd's brain and just stole it. But everything that you can't get away with now is essentially in this movie. Nick Palumbo, there is also some authenticity because, like, the nude girl in the first nude girl on screen was like literally just a junkie that he said like shot up before she shot her scene, like that. So he just got people basically off the street for certain things. And hey, it works though. For this, I think it actually
for you
works for this movie. And yeah, it is so unbelievably fucked up. It's mostly just him having a conversation with his pet spider, Heinrich, and just raging about how he doesn't like women. I don't know, honestly, with one like this, you don't want to go too over the top with the kills, in the sense that, I don't know, then it doesn't feel like just, it loses that realism of just being a psychopath going about his day. I think it's just right where it is, and not a movie you want to watch in polite company. The dialogue is whoa. Like, I've seen this movie before. I saw it back in 2000, 2001 or something, and back then it was shocking. Now it's like next level. It's just, it is wild. And I know this was one that was in the making for a long time for Nick Palumbo. You know, he got the idea in 1989, and he was derailed by a pretty bad car wreck where he had to learn to walk and talk again. So it took a while to get this made. Shot it in 1998. This was self-distributed, shot on digital video. Actually, one of the first handful of movies that was shot on digital video. And just, you like sleaze, boobs. I think a very good killer. Mac Hale, I thought, was a lot of fun. He's actually also a director, Todd. I don't know if you were aware, but he directed a Lionsgate slasher movie called Switch Killer from back in the day. Another one that's controversial for different.
It has another title that you're not saying, correct?
Yeah, it does have another title, but Switch Killer's the Lionsgate title. He did Mr. Ice Cream Man and Creep from 1998. So he's a director in his own right. And there's a scene, because this movie is funny. Like, I mean, if you're not overly offended by, you know, certain language, there's one scene, intentional or not, where he sees this girl and a guy on the park bench making out, and he has this flashback to where he's like a kid and he just sees his mom getting like railed. I'm dancing around some of the details, but it just, the reaction where he just like kind of like collapses into the dirt and just starts scratching up grass is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. But this movie, hey, it's a niche audience, but Todd and I are the niche. And I'm going to go ahead and just say Pugs would give this 5 stars. So,
well, I know I do, because I love this movie and it is made exactly for me in my brain. And yeah, I love it. It's a 5 out of 5 for me.
We need to remake it with homeless Jimmy in the lead, because I feel like he could be like the older version of our lead, and we'll talk to him. I am 4.5. What can I say? I'm a piece of shit.
I'm a
Kruger.
1.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
That's about our distance on the last one too, on murder set pieces. Well, I think you agree with
JG.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't liked anything this motherfucker has done. This is it.
Oh.
Well,
wow.
The Flesh Root loves you, Nick. So.
We love you, Nick. We love you.
Right.
Yeah.
Now some Unearthed.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. You went out of order on me, Todd.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh no, you're right. I did the wrong one. That's the one it should have been. There you go.
Oh,
Still some Unearthed. I was correct on that. I threw off the order. That was my.
That's okay. That's okay. All right. So up next from director Marcus Koch from 2007, we have 100 Tears. And in this movie, after being accused of crimes he did not commit, a lonely circus performer exacts his revenge on those who unjustly condemned him. The act sparks something inside him which he cannot stop, and now years later, his inner demons have truly surfaced. Part urban legend, part tabloid sensationalism, he is now an unstoppable murderous juggernaut fueled by hate.
All right. Yeah.
Go for it, Kruger. I think more yours.
I'm getting the fucking hot tag on this.
Because you've been wanting to cover this one for
I've
a
been
long
literally
time.
trying to cover this fucking movie for years. I have wanted it in Slashtober. Fucking did not make it in there. Man, I've been such a fan of this movie for I want to say at least a decade now. Man, just everything about it. It's just fucking fun. But like my first praise has to go to the soundtrack. Very rarely would a micro budget movie impress you with the soundtrack, but like the first time I watched this, every song in this movie ended up on my fucking playlist. Alone by the Independents is in there, which is just a banger of a song. Somebody's Knocking by the Voodoo Organist, playing through the opening credits, is just such an iconic like song, and it fits Gertie perfectly. And the movie also introduced me to When You're Evil by Ariel Voltaire. That song's been on regular rotation in my Spotify list for years. I fucking quote that on like some of my wrestling shit sometimes.
I know him a little bit from back in the day at the Fangoria cons.
Yeah, dude, just fucking soundtrack for a micro budget extreme slasher movie, fucking amazing. And this doesn't get enough credit for that. But also, just the characters in this movie are so fun to be around. I love our two leads and their awkward friend-zoned relationship. Also, Gertie, iconic ass killer clown, man. He's the star of the show. He has a great look, silent but menacing presence, and he is mean as a motherfucker. I love it. The pig splitter as his weapon of choice. Just all the kills and fucking mayhem he rains on people with that thing is fucking amazing. The gore and the kills in this movie are fucking phenomenal. Like that's I'm sure where most of the budget went, and you can tell that this movie was made by Marcus Koch. Is it Koch?
Koch.
Marcus Koch. You could tell it was made by him. I love Marcus Koch. American Guinea Pig. Any movie that he's worked on effects wise, I usually fucking dig. And this is some of his best work, though, and honestly, some of my favorite gore in any slasher film ever. Man, I can't even begin to describe like how awesome every fucking decapitation, all the guts effects, everything in this effects wise is a gorehound's fucking dream. And the story is pretty goddamn good. Like I love Gertie's backstory with all the carnival stuff, and I have a great time following our two lead journalists around while they're hunting down the serial killer. Like it's just a fucking good time with them. And tonally, this movie is so over the top, but contrasted with the brutal, crazy, like insane gore. It just is so fucking charming. I love this damn movie, man. When it comes down to micro budget slashers, I think this is one of the fucking best out there. And if you're a fan of killer clown movies and you haven't seen this, pop it in. It's one of the best of the genre, and I'm just happy that we finally got a Blu-ray of it, and we finally are talking about it on the show, because this is one of my personal favorites.
Yeah, this movie, it could have blown up. Obviously, there was a strong thirst for a new iconic clown slasher. He talks a little bit about that on the special features, but he made a big mistake with this one, and he submitted this to the MPAA, and he paid $3,000 to do it too, which is, I'm sure stung at that time. And he didn't realize, because the guy basically told him, nice guy that he talked to at the MPAA, you should just put this thing out unrated. And he was kind of like, well, wow, he liked the idea of having an NC-17 and, maybe thought that would draw some people to it for, notoriety purposes. There's really not that many movies with the NC-17 rating. And he didn't realize retail would not accept an NC-17 rating. So if he had gone unrated, he would have been okay. And maybe more people would have seen this at the time, because he tried to do this with Unearthed too, even back then, but he got this deal through Anthem Pictures, who he didn't even realize Bureau was suing at the time. So Anthem went bankrupt because of Bureau's lawsuit, and it almost it got to the point where after Anthem went bankrupt, Echo Bridge bought all of Anthem's stuff. And this movie almost ended up tied up for 20 years with them, but luckily they passed because of the NC-17 rating, because even on one of those Walmart Echo Bridge sets, that was still, I guess, kind of a no-no. So he was able to get his rights back. And yeah, so this movie did have some detours to release. If you're a Terrifier fan, hey, there is some spectacular over-the-top kills in this movie. This is very much a non-stop gore fest. There's a lot of clown slashers. This is probably the closest one to Terrifier. So if you're thirsty for more Terrifier and you haven't seen 100 Tears, I would highly recommend you get the Unearthed Blu-ray.
Yeah, Ben Grimm just mentioned it's only $19.99 on Amazon right now.
Oh, sweet. Okay, that's a good deal.
Worth every fucking cent, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes too, like the MVD sales, they have a lot of unearthed sales. That's a good time to grab it too. But yeah, it also has one of my favorite indie scream queens, who sadly doesn't really do a whole lot anymore, Rain Brown, where there's some twists and turns with her in this movie. But she's another person that
Any relation to Aaron?
No, but I would see both of them a lot at Fangoria Weekend of Horrors. Like towards the end of that run, I'd always see Rain and Voltaire, for that matter, who also, as Kruger mentioned, does music on this. But yeah, man, like if you just want nonstop blood and guts and a really cool, creepy slasher villain, you should see 100 Tears. It's a shame. I think if maybe it's one of those movies, like they came along a little bit later, or maybe even a little bit sooner, like it could have become like a bigger franchise. But
I really wish they would still just do a sequel. I want one so fucking bad.
Yeah, I don't know how likely it is, just because of just those periods where maybe people just couldn't see it, or I mean the DVD was out there eventually, but yeah, a lot of humor too. You mentioned the friend zone.
No,
he wasn't trying very hard.
No, and that's kind of why I liked him. Like that's what made his character so fucking funny, was like he's got this hot broad fucking living with him, but he really doesn't kind of give a shit at all. He's like farting in her face and shit. Like,
yeah,
that was awesome, dude.
He's not trying too hard. This also has some authenticity, because they shot part of this in Gibson, Florida, where a lot of like actual carnies live. So there's also some interesting locations, and yeah, this one's a good time. And yeah, if you like Terrifier and you haven't seen this, get on it, because it's pretty much a guarantee.
Todd, where do you land on this one?
Yeah, no, I'm with you guys. I thought this was this is the first time I've actually watched it too.
No shit.
I've had I had the rated DVD, then I got the unrated director's cut DVD, and it's just been in the stack to watch, and finally pulled the trigger for the show. I knew you'd been wanting to do it, and Dan was like, well, let's do an all extreme show. So I was like, well, we got to put 100 Tears on it.
Hell yeah.
So I wish I would have watched it when I got the DVDs both the other times too. Because yeah, I had a really good time with this. I thought it was mean, it was bloody, it was just, like a good,
all the good stuff.
Yeah, it was. And it had like a story, and sometimes in the extreme they go lighter on that. And I was happy with it all around. I wish I would have watched it sooner. I wish I wouldn't have waited.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
It was actually on Netflix in the early days of Netflix.
Yeah, it was. I believe that's actually how I discovered it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At one point in time, Netflix was cool.
Yeah, well, at one point in time, Voodoo had
way back in the day when they had discs, they were even cooler. You could even get Troma.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah. I used to get like, I think it was like 2 discs a week or whatever the fuck.
I got up to 8 discs at one point, but that's a whole nother story.
I was doing it for a while too, like way after everybody stopped doing it.
Yeah, I think I canceled mine like maybe 6 months before they official canceled it for everyone.
Yeah.
I wish I would have waited it out because I heard they sent you free discs and shit. But I wouldn't have mattered. But all right. So what do you rate it, Kruger? I mean, I got to guess what you're going to give it.
I think this one earns the 5, man. Like, it's like a fucking warm hug every time I watch it, and I love it.
Dan?
I am 4.5.
I'm also 4.5 on this one. I don't know what's holding me back from a 5, so that could get higher as I revisit it.
Let me tell you, it gets better fucking each watch.
All right, well, I'll let you know after the next time.
We'll probably have some more Marcus Koch because I know we're talking about doing a lot of Saturn's core releases. So
I love like Bloodshock. I think is probably the best American guinea pig. Marcus Koch did that.
I'm super excited that we got to revisit because I was always a fan of this one going back to the Lionsgate disc. Dan, tell us about what we got next.
All right. So from 1997 and writer-director Scott Reynolds, we have The Ugly. And in this film, confined to a mental institution, disturbed young serial killer Simon is tormented by cruel orderlies and his own personal demons, including the Ugly, which compel him to kill. Now at his request, Dr. Karen Schumacher arrives to discover whether Simon is fit to be released back into society. As the terrifying secrets within Simon's mind are revealed, no one will be left unscathed by the horrors about to be unleashed.
This is my guess for the one you think that could not be extreme horror.
Yeah, because it's not like
it was extreme at the time, but compared to the other ones we have on the list, I would say this is. But I do remember this one being considered extreme at the time when it came out in 97.
Yeah, because you got to remember, again, 97, we were at a time where a lot of horror, certainly mainstream U.S. horror, was very on the soft side. So I mean, it still kind of fits our theme for tonight.
I mean, and Unearthed put it out that alone, gets it, a shot on an extreme show.
Hell yeah. I've always really liked this one. I'm a big, serial killer junkie, like I think we all are. And I remember, I think first hearing about this, I could have my timeline wrong, but it was featured in Fangoria's 101 Best Horror Movies You've Never Seen, which some on there were not really as obscure as,
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that by the time that list, because that's when I was still.
I probably did too. I don't remember when.
Because I remember because this is the era when I was every Tuesday just buying whatever was new horror.
Yeah.
This is back when I
I
look back on those days. I wish I still had all that money, but it's all right because I did discover something like The Ugly every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, I remember anything that I discovered that was even just decent at that time, because I wasn't getting a lot of what I wanted out of, my theatrical experiences at the time. So when something like The Ugly comes along, like, you remember it. And this is one of those kind of quiet serial killer movies where it's just the back and forth. Can she trust this guy? What's really going on?
And they play the actors play up very well off each other. All those scenes I thought were really compelling.
Very, very much so. Yeah.
The one thing that really impressed me about this movie actually was a couple years ago I wrote a slasher, kind of, sort of. And one of my ideas was for the killer to see himself as like this grotesque monster when he would see himself like in a reflection. This movie did that, which I thought was actually really fucking cool. When he would see his reflection, he would look all deformed and shit.
Oh yeah. No, this one it's more psychological. Don't go into this expecting
it's not
a slasher, but it's really good, and you spend a lot of time with the killer as he's growing up, and just an awful mom that just really just fucking brutalizes him in many different ways. It's something that I wasn't getting at the time, and I don't know if I mentioned yet. This was a New Zealand shot film, and the orderlies in the present timeline where he's being interviewed by Dr. Karen. Holy shit, are they fucking pieces of trash? There's one guy that it's kind of like I look at it as Dexter Loomis's origin story. The dude with dreads, who is just like spitting in his food, just fucking with them every chance he can get. That guy really stood out. It's funny, all these years later, he just made a real mark on me at the time. Just kind of almost made me think of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, because this was actually shot at an actual old folks home in New Zealand, and it was all just kind of there as is, and just great mood to this. Paolo Rotundo, who plays Simon, our killer, has great chemistry with Rebecca Hobbs, who plays Karen, and this is one of those 90s gems that people were talking about. All these other movies, Scream, Urban Legend, all these different mainstream slashers at the time, but stuff like this was just there to sort of keep my mind busy. And I still like it to this day. I really do. There's a lot of serial killer stuff now, so I'm curious, people seeing this for the first time on the Unearthed Blu-ray, if they'll have a little bit of like, well, I've kind of seen this.
And this was a first time watch for me too. But I dig it. It's such a product of its time that like, I just like serial killer movies from that time period. I'm trying to think of what I could compare it to, but like this movie almost gives me like a feel of like King of Ants almost, with like how it's like just gritty and fucked up.
Yeah. Great film too.
Yeah, I love King of Ants. Super fucking underrated. And I like the story and just the little things like Simon seeing himself as this grotesque monster in the mirror, or like the visions he would get of like the ghost of his victims. That all that shit was just really cool, and like kind of like the icing on the cake of an already solid serial killer story. As a whole, it didn't like tickle my fancy as far as like it being fucked up or anything, but it felt like a less intense Henry portrait of a serial killer in a good way. So like, I think if you like Henry or those 90s serial killer flicks, you're going to really dig this one. And I dug it quite a bit. Definitely one I'm going to revisit for years to come.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And that's why I was super excited that we got to talk about this one, because I didn't think, we've never talked about it. I don't think even me and you have ever talked about it, have we, Dan?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's come up in like conversation for sure.
I think leading into this show, we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, we may have reviewed it like long
with me, definitely not with me.
Okay, maybe back with Melissa back in the day, but no, it's a gem. And Unearthed Films, it's one of those labels, like for people that aren't as familiar, it's not just extreme films. They're putting out a lot of different, I mean, they just put out not too long ago Full Body Massage with Mimi Rogers, Tokyo Decadence, stuff like that.
No Escape.
Yeah, No Escape, absolutely. They're one of those labels that doesn't get the respect that I think they deserve, because they really are putting out, everything from obscure sci-fi TV movies like Grand Tour with Jeff Daniels to really gritty serial killer movies like this. And I love the touch in this movie of using the black blood, which I know is to sort of signify him not, or disassociating, not, viewing his victims as human.
Oh, is that what that was? I thought it was actually a fuck up.
Oh, no, not at all. In fact, this director has a really good movie he made called Heaven, that it's one of those thrillers that, you know, it's just kind of lost to time right now. He did it in 98, I think, right after this.
Yeah.
It's Carl Urban's even in it. It's an early
No
Carl
shit.
Urban film. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get a hold of that and review that at some point, because that's a really good movie. Yeah, if you like just cerebral serial killer stories, The Ugly is going to be right up your alley. It's really quite good. What do you guys rate it?
I am a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay, Todd.
I do really like this. I'm a 4.
I'm a 4.5. I've always loved it. This one's just one of those movies that I watched a lot in the late 90s, and I think it still holds up quite well. And
we
also,
never Black Glove Reviews just brought something up. We never did do Calamity of Snakes, did we?
I don't think so.
Fuck, we need to do that.
No, I don't think you guys did. I did that somewhere else, but you should watch Calamity of Snakes.
We need to do that, Todd. We need to get
All
on it. Unearthed show coming soon.
I am down. I am more.
Yeah, we need to catch up. It's been a while since we've done like a strict Unearthed show too.
Yeah.
This was the week. I was like telling Todd, I was like, man, there's just like Deep Water, and we already saw Hokum, so it's like there's one of the few weeks where our show's not made up of a lot of theatrical stuff, which is wild now that you can almost fill one of these review shows with just theatrically released horror. We're kind of living in a golden age in a way. But all right, so let's get even more fucked up, guys, with our
Really fucked.
really, really, really fucked up with our next film.
I'll wait.
From this one was shot in 1999, and it is Scrapbook from director Eric Stanze and writer Tommy Biondo, who also stars. And in this film, Leonard, played by Tommy Biondo, is a depraved serial killer who is documenting his atrocities by keeping a scrapbook of the torment he inflicts, forcing each of his victims to personally chronicle their horrific ordeal within the pages before experiencing their grim demise. When he abducts Clara, she too must unwillingly add her suffering to the pages of the book. Filthy, naked, and trapped amidst the decaying remains of previous victims, Clara is repeatedly beaten and stuff not suitable for YouTube. And before she realizes that her only hope for survival is to manipulate Leonard through her writing by authoring a final and cunning chapter to his macabre, cherished compendium of horrors. So Scrapbook, I'll tag in, Kruger. It's just a little bit of history on this one. Eric Stanze, underground director that I've always been a big fan of. Ice from the Sun, I think, is the first film that I discovered him from. Very, very different from this. I have a feeling Saturn's Core will put that out at some point. But this predated the August Underground films. So it's always like referenced when people will do like an August Underground show. Like, if you like this, maybe see Scrapbook. I know some people prefer this. Yeah, so I'm curious, Kruger. I mean, can't deny this one's pretty fun.
So I understand the August Underground comparison, but for me, those movies, and this is going to be so fucked up for me to say, but those movies are more fun to watch. This wasn't fun. This was just fucked.
It depends what kind of fun you're into.
No, brother. I'm all
just
like,
imagine it with a sitcom laugh track.
I can rewatch the August Underground movies and enjoy them for the novelty that they are. I don't know if I could ever rewatch this movie and say that I enjoyed much of anything. This is definitely one of the most fucked up things I've seen ever, and that's saying something. The rape scene in the beginning just is long, uncomfortable. Gave me the same feeling that I Spit on Your Grave the first time I watched it gave me. It like made me nauseous, and like the amount of blood and just oh god, that shit was just fucked. And then just to top it off, like immediately after he's fucking shoving this chick into a fucking garbage pail and duct taping her shut in it. Like, man, this movie's just fucked.
With the milk too, like pouring
Yeah.
the milk.
Oh god. Just this movie's fucked. It made me extremely uncomfortable. It's one of those movies that 100% like does what it set out to do, and that's to make you feel fucking gross. For me, August Underground does that, but they also entertain me too. And this doesn't have a lot of entertainment value for me. I think once we get through a certain point in the beginning, there's a large stretch in the middle of this movie that gets kind of fucking boring. That being said, it turned me around with the ending. I like what they did with Claire's character, how she was able to manipulate the situation. All of that is really well done and brought me back home to where I didn't hate this fucking movie. But overall, like, this just made me feel gross. What didn't make me feel fucking entertained. There is a story there. I could see people enjoying this, but for whatever reason, this one's just not for me. There isn't
that
enough.
Is a flesh wound quote if I have never heard it. It made me feel gross.
Yeah, no, it made me feel, and again, like more gross than entertained. And I'm fine with feeling gross watching shit, but like I need to be entertained too. I don't think this entertained me as much as I wanted it to, rather than it just made me feel nasty. But again, that's the point. So, hats off for getting that over, but like, I don't think I'll ever watch this one again.
Well, it sounds like if you grossed out Kruger, so you did a good job, Eric.
That's kind of why one of the reasons we haven't got to review Kids again yet, because last time I watched, I just felt so gross. We just haven't covered the new disc with the documentary yet.
I've never seen it.
Well, when we do it, we'll see. I'd be curious on your take on that one, Kruger.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that on Patreon. It's a rough one to review. Even worse when you see the doc. But yeah, no, I mean, once again, this is like a gross movie, and it's got that raw realism to it, because as fucked up as it sounds, and Emily Hack and Tommy were very close. In fact, Tommy, he passed tragically
before it came out, right?
He passed at the point where the director Eric Stanze, I think, was just about ready to send him the tape when he finished editing it. He just fell on his bike and hit his head the wrong way. Like, it was just one of those freak things, and he passed before he even got to see this movie, which, kind of in a weird way makes, I don't know, it strange, even more strange watching it. But yeah, no, it's got you can tell from the cover, every unpleasant thing you can imagine. And it's a lot of it's just like legit, like the piss. He actually apparently did the piss scene. He just did it. Like, there was no gimmicking that. And,
method, we call that.
And Emily,
there was the method oral in here too.
There is a little bit of XXX in here as well, but
more like XX, but yeah. It's right in between.
Yeah, you're not seeing
just the tip.
Even some of these mainstream movies where they're claiming like there was a BJ scene. It's like, no, this here that's usually you're seeing a painted sex toy. You're not really seeing what you think you're seeing here. Yeah, like they just go for it. It's all on the table with this one. It's trigger warnings for everything. Obviously, that this is not going to be for everybody. It's not a movie that I'll rewatch a lot because I like fucked up shit. But yeah, you're right. There's no yucks in this. There is some fucked up dialogue, but this one just makes you feel shitty. It really does. It does, and that's what it's supposed
nowhere
to.
Near as fun as Nutbag.
No, Nutbag does have some yucks. It's very fucked up, but there's Nutbags. Like I said, if you're a terrible person like Todd and I are, Nutbag is the comedy event of the year 2000.
Dan knows I don't buy physical media often. He told, and I didn't buy it originally because I didn't want to order off Massacre because of all the issues. He told me, "Oh no, it's on Amazon now," and I like immediately hit checkout. I don't know, the last Blu-ray I've immediately checked out, and this was the last one I did it.
Yeah, I was gonna say your purchases have been like cut down significantly. And mine have too, even though it doesn't look like it when I do my updates. But yeah. So yeah, this is probably like one of those movies you're gonna likely end up just watching once. All of Eric Stanze's movies aren't exactly like this. Ice from the Sun is a very different experimental kind of movie, and Savage Harvest was just when he made in the early 90s when he was young. It's kind of his Evil Dead homage. So they're not all the same, but if you want to test your limits and feel kind of gross and depressed, Scrapbook is for you. How do you rate this one, Todd? Because it's tough. It's tough. It's
yeah, like effectiveness, but I normally rate off my enjoyment, and there's not a lot of joy in this one. But I do it does exactly what it wants to do. So it's a hard one. I'm gonna give it a 3 because it does exactly it sets out and accurately does exactly what it wants to do. But it just doesn't have that rewatchability. I feel like I'll watch it again in my lifetime, but I get with Kruger, like I'm one and done. I get that.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm a 3 out of 5 too. Right. Like I said, this is very much comparable to August Underground, but those movies, again, they have a rewatchability. There's something fun about
I think they have a little bit more of a polish too.
Yeah, but that too. Well, I mean, it being found footage is easier.
Yeah.
That's kind of debatable on the polish front, but yeah, no, I mean, if you're a fan, you'll probably want to check this out at least once. Almost everything was ad-libbed in this movie. There's very little actual written dialogue. There's time where she just said, yeah, just go for it. And yeah, that stuff is very, very rough. But thank God for our filmmakers that we're covering tonight, though, all in different ways, just making their kind of movie.
Pushing the envelope.
Yeah, not just doing, throwaway, slop. They really just went for it. They made the movie they intended to. Rue Morgue thought highly enough of this movie to call it the best indie film of the year. So,
wow.
So yeah, this definitely got some respect and a lot of hate, as you can imagine, as well. I got to give it at least 4 stars. I agree. It might be years before I watch it again, but I do recommend the Blu-ray also for some of the behind the scenes and the commentary.
Who put out the Blu-ray?
Saturn's Core, one of the Vinegar Syndrome partner labels. Probably the roughest in terms of content movie that Saturn's Core has put out by far. So yeah, there you go. Scrapbook. Right. And moving on to our last film of the evening from 2009 and writer-director Chad Ferrin, we have Someone's Knocking at the Door. Returning to the medical school where they were test subjects decades ago, a pair of outrageously twisted serial killers use shockingly brutal sex acts to start killing off a group of drugged out med students.
That's one way to put it.
Before we talk about the movie itself, Todd, we should say we're covering the uncut version.
Well, no, I'll get into that, so don't even talk about it because you're going to screw it up because there's a lot more to it.
Okay, fair enough.
Because that was bad information previously. I will tell you right now.
Yeah, I know it was a little confusing.
This is the same version, the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray that just came out, that it was said that it was cut. I compared it to the original version that Broken Glass put out forever ago, the one that's on the Vicious Circle DVD and stuff, and not a frame was different. There's like 2 minutes of extra black screen at the end of it, but that's where the time comes up. It's really weird. So movie itself, same cut it's always been, same cut that's on the old Blu-ray. But so we'll get that out of the way right there, because I know that was a thing. And but what I was going to say was that this is part of the Chad Ferrin collection from Breaking Glass Pictures, which includes some other ones we've already covered and loved: Unspeakable, Beyond the Wall of Sleep, The Old Ones, Scalper.
I love Scalper.
Pig Killer.
Oh, Pig Killer.
Someone's Knocking at the Door, and one we haven't covered, which we will eventually get to, and that is Easter Bunny Kill Kill. So all of those are part of the Chad Ferrin collection, and we might have requested an interview with Chad, so hopefully we find out about that soon. But so yeah, these are all available digitally through Broken Glass. You can pick up the Blu-ray from vinegarsyndrome.com. And it's uncut, and it has the deep ones also. It's a double feature here. I'll just show you.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, it's got both of them right there on one disc.
So that's interesting, because I had heard that and I was very disappointed. And then I was even trying to do some of my own research as to well, has this uncut version ever even come out?
I literally had my computer monitor up playing the Broken Glass version with the Blu-ray projected on my big screen, and they were watching it both at the same time, not a frame different other than that extra black screen at the end. So if that's where the runtime of an hour and 22 minutes come from, it's misinformation. So
okay, well there you go, Todd, solving the case.
I had to have an answer for the show, because we're all huge fans. Chad Ferrin. Unspeakable was like the first non-Lloyd Troma movie I really loved in that 90s era. I mean, there were some other ones before, like Rabid Grannies, but like when Troma was like putting out DVDs left and right, that was like the first one I fell in love with, and I've been a fan of his ever since. So I might be biased on this.
We're we really should have him on, because we've never interviewed.
Well, I put a request in, so hopefully soon. Chad, if you're watching, they should have forwarded my info.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, I've liked a majority of Chad's stuff, almost everything that we've reviewed on the show. And I will say, if you guys are fans of Chad's taboo filth, there's plenty of it in this fucking movie. Right away what you're getting into in the first 10 minutes. The story's interesting enough, and the acting's a lot better than you would expect. But for me, my biggest complaint is just the humor doesn't hit for me. So obviously it left me kind of just sitting there like, oh, that was supposed to be funny. More times than not. Also the kills, and there isn't really much gore in here either. So that's kind of lacking. The one thing I will say it does right, though, the sound design during the kill scenes are super effective. For the lack of gore, the amount of squishy noises, fucking pretty goddamn gross. One thing that kind of just hurt the movie overall for me, though, because I was having okay enough time with it. Then the last 15 minutes just kind of felt like they threw shit at the wall, tried to see what stuck, and it left me at the end just going like, well, that was a movie. So this is not my favorite Ferrin movie by a long shot, and probably a one and done for me. But I will say, if you're a fan of his humor that he has sprinkled throughout some of his other movies, you'll probably like this. For whatever reason, just the humor didn't hit for me on this one.
I mean, the humor, but also there's nothing more scary than a beautiful, fully naked woman answering your door and then turning into Ezra Buzzington and butt fucking you to death. That is the most terrifying thing imaginable. And yeah, Ezra Buzzington was, you know,
Dan would have preferred he turned into Vernon Wells or Lou Temple instead, but
I think they were both like, Chad, no, I'll play the Doctor.
I mean, I remember being impressed that, you know, that those guys were popping up in this, and because this is still pretty early on in Chad's filmography.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 2009. So yeah, he's still fairly early, and
yeah, I mean, 9 years since Unspeakable, but I mean, his fourth movie, I believe, because he had the Ghouls and then Easter Bunny Kill Kill and then this.
It's a fun movie. I mean, it's again not for everybody, but it's great cast. Actually, Vernon Wells was just at Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Con. He's a cool dude. If you've never met Vernon Wells, he is a cool dude, and he's another one of those guys that will talk to you about anything. I had a conversation with him years ago about Circuitry Man, of all things, and I talked to him for like 40 minutes just about Circuitry Man. Yeah, no, it is fun, and yeah, I think I really like, if not love, every movie Chad's ever made. There's not a lot of directors you can say that about. You know, Unspeakable was 2000. So, and Todd, I know that is like you're on the top of your want list, either from Refuse Films or Vinegar Syndrome, or you're going to buy both. So,
Trauma, I'll take a Trauma 4K. I don't care who puts it out. I mean,
I feel like there's some diehards that's pretty high up. I know it's not like one of the, it's not a franchise. Well, it is a franchise now, but
I got that right here, and I don't like the slipcover, and you can tell why looking at it, because it just says Unspeakable.
Yeah, that was kind of annoying too, because I was like, well, no, it's not though.
I mean, I'm glad I own it, but I wish it like had the full title somewhere on it.
Yeah. This is also very 2009, because there's a lot of dialogue and shit in here. Like this movie would have a very hard time being made now. And yeah, no, it's a good time. This is one of those shows where this is probably like the lightest watch, and it's literally about people being fucked to death. So not light, but I guess in comparison to
there's no like demon dick like in Unspeakable 2.
No, that scene where she comes in with the strap on was really funny.
Yeah. Dave was getting excited.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Noah Segan from Dead Girl in this one, which he probably made like around the same time. He's amazing, still working in the genre. Has done some bigger movies too. Yeah, always good to see him. And yeah, we will have to get Chad on finally.
I know he's got that Night Stalker film coming up. Can't wait. I know Sunset Strip Killers is another one.
Hell yeah.
So I mean, he's got some good serial killer stuff coming up too.
Yeah, I'm excited for everything and that he puts out. And
I loved fucking Nightcaller and Scalper.
Yeah, like, those are great
fucking
films.
Awesome slashers, man.
Yeah.
I feel like there's at least one we haven't reviewed, but we'll have to get on.
There's that. Well, I don't think we've ever reviewed like the Ghoul.
Ghouls. I don't think we. Well, no, I don't think we ever did.
That I mean, we Tales from. Well, no.
It kind of feels like we're just waiting for a new edition. For some of
the
that.
Chair, Parasites, and the Ghouls are really the only three we have. Like the Ghouls, I can't like. Yeah, it came up in the chat. Yeah, that one too. Like, but I remember getting the Ghoul from Blockbuster because I couldn't find it anywhere. It was like sold out. So I just went and rented it. And that was when you could just rent it and buy it. Like if you did bring it back, you kept it. I was like, can you just charge me for this now? Because I'm not bringing it back. So.
Yeah, no, I hope the Ghouls and the first Unspeakable do get a proper Blu-ray treatment. So fingers crossed. There are some lesser.
I know everything with Troma was settled, and they believe they have the rights still. I know at one point Chad was driving around with it in the back of his car because he mentioned it in one of our chats or our comments. I can't remember where he put it, but
yeah.
Hopefully it's not still there under old tires. But,
he'll sell you the brand new 4K out of his car. All right. So what do you rate it, Todd?
I'm a 4. I'm a 4. I do enjoy this
4 as well.
I am a 2.
All right.
Ooh, okay.
So,
all right. So, yes. So, guys, we will be back here next week. I guess we'll probably review the new Mortal Kombat. I haven't.
Fuck.
Damn, you sound enthusiastic, Kruger.
Dude, you have no idea how fucking pissed off I still am at that last movie.
I thought you liked the last one.
No.
It's been a while.
No.
Okay.
They're fucking. Oh, I almost.
All right, say. I did go. I did go see Cabin Fever in theater last Friday. It's still.
I haven't watched that movie in fucking
so
years.
good. Like, and it plays even better now because the language and the way they talk to each other.
That'd be a fun quick franchise show. Isn't there only like 3 or 4?
4 because of the remake.
We need to do. That's the problem. You were starting to lead with the way we talk to each other. That is why, like, some live videos can be an issue when we're in California, especially when Caesar decides to start a fight with the hobo. That was one I think we had to just cut because he got into a fight.
Yes, because he used 90s language. That's how we're going to say it. It wouldn't have even made you blink an eye in Cabin Fever, but on the YouTube live stream
did flip him off. But then, we had this really nice live stream. Then out of nowhere, Caesar rolled down his window.
It became a 2-parter.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Caesar say, keep pushing the cart. You know what?
But yeah, so that was fun. And I know Friday, Cabin in the Woods. I've been itching to watch it anyway, so back on the big screen.
I love fucking Cabin in the Woods, dude. That's one movie that should have got like fucking 10 sequels, and they fucking never did.
So I'm looking forward. I never saw it in the theaters when it came out. I didn't see it till it hit DVD. So I'm really looking forward to revisiting it on the big screen. So I'm looking forward to
it.
So what we got hitting theatrical this week? Mortal Kombat 2, what else?
There's another one. What was it called? I know I told you. Afflicted? Affection?
Yeah.
Obsession. No. That's next week. That's the week after. There's an indie one, a small one. Dan didn't even get it, called Affection.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot this week, so we'll have to.
We got Backrooms coming out this month too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is that next month?
No,
maybe it is
this month. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, later this month, I think.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to Obsession also. So there's some good stuff coming. So we'll have a mix of new, and I know there's a couple that we've been holding off. I know one in particular. Dan's ready to get all dressed up for. So.
Oh yeah. So we'll have that. We'll have also some more Flesh Wound After Dark. I know coming your way. Analog Nightmares. We'll have some cool shit coming. One I'm very excited.
Dan's been excited. I'm just going to tease it. Dan's been excited from one of his favorite actresses in sexy clothing in a forgotten 90s comedy.
I don't know exactly which one you're talking about. There's a couple that fit that.
No, it's not. It's the double feature you've been super excited for.
Oh yes, the more comedy, dark comedy. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for that one because I won't give it away. Maybe we'll do that live.
And you know what? We should be ready to announce our next wrestling date next week. Maybe we'll do an SCS. And also, I think something, and it's not going to be what you think. We're going to do a first in wrestling, and it has nothing to do with in ring. Dan knows what it is. I haven't told Kruger yet, so It's something I've been talking about for a while.
I'm scared to fucking hear what the fuck.
when he said, and there's nothing ironic about this. When he says first time in wrestling, that's including all of wrestling. I
know WWE did do this once. But
well, let's not give them any.
No,
hints.
I'm not. They're not going to know what it is, but it was never released.
Okay. So
yeah, so
we've got some really cool. We've been working hard.
He was like, I have no idea what these fuckers are talking about, and the show so you can tell me.
Think of them
death match where you have to really die.
No, it has nothing to do with in ring. So that's what's cool about it.
Yes. All right, guys. On that note, we got shop to talk, so we'll see you guys back here soon. Good night.
Money's on the dresser.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Shout out Pugs.